Hey guys, welcome to a brand new video to the channel. So in this video, we're going to be concentrating on probably the most profitable fire making method currently in the game. Now, anachronic fire making really does push this method quite hard, but ever since the nerf, the power of incense sticks and the profitability of incense sticks have just got better and better, whereas anachronic fire making has kind of sloped off a little bit. So that's what we're going to be looking at in this video, the incense sticks which you can make with your fire making skill. Now, incense sticks are really OP, and there's a lot of layers to incense sticks, so we're going to kind of do the whole video based on all the different stages, all the buffs you can have, and all the little things you can do to make a little bit more profit on top with incense sticks. Now, what the wiki suggests is that there's only really 4 types of incense sticks which are going to make you consistent profit. So for the basis of this video, the only ones we're going to go over are going to be spiritweed, qualm, lanternine, and tourstol. The rest do have their very niche uses, but they don't really sort of peak or go down in price for you to capitalize on as much as these 4. And me personally as well, I would concentrate more on the spiritweed, qualm, and lanternine. Tourstol is very hit and miss because it's not as much for benefit. I think, yes, it's a little bit of an XP boost, so it really sort of does pop up near double XP. But apart from that, I don't think people really use it in a general day-to-day sort of skilling or uses as well. Now, some important things before we start doing these incense sticks is going over what buffs can help. Now, if I use this Mystical Sunseed, we can go to the Garden of Kareed, which is where we're going to discover and talk about a very important perk for incense making. Now, the benefit of this mini-ish game is it basically gets you to farm herbs. And by farming herbs, you gain this Crux Equal Favor. After 35k favor, you can then buy something called Quicksense. And what this is going to do is halve the amount of time it takes you to create incense sticks by 50%. And this was revolutionary for making incense sticks. Basically, overnight from this one update, it doubled your profitability from incense sticks, which were already quite good, but then just made them even more insane profit. Now, do you need to have this before doing incense sticks? No. Will you sort of see half the profit because you're making them twice as slowly? Yes. So without the Quicksense, all the sort of profit or GP I'm going to throw out, you're going to be making half the amount. But it's still a very good goal to aim at as well. This is a very nice little farming update, which they sort of released in the game a couple of years ago. And it does give you the ability to farm more seeds. The more seeds you farm in one stint, the more of the points you're going to get. So again, you can sort of boost your Crux Equal Favor very quickly with things like the growth potions from Playground Farm. But again, if you want sort of an advice on how to do that and a little quick way to boost your favor, let me know and I can do a little video about it as well just to go for it. Because this video is mainly going to be about incense sticks. Okay, so for the basis of the video, we're going to go and talk about lanternine. And the reason is because all the different stages are the same, but it's going to be with different logs and different ashes to make the incense sticks before you put the herb on. So, just so you guys quickly know, spiritweed is going to require Impus ashes along with willow incense sticks. Qualm is going to be a curse ashes and Acadia incense sticks, and then finally lanternine is going to be yew and infernal ashes for incense sticks. So what the basis of it is you take a log. So again, very similar to how frames are, you can skip these steps and just buy the sort of finished article, which again I'll show you when we get there. So to start with, we're going to go and just check the price for U-Log, and the U-Log is currently 647, and then we're also going to buy an Ashes as well, which we're going to need the Infernal Ashes. So this is going to make the start of your incense stick, and then finally we'll just do a lanternine as well, so we can just understand how this is. But like I said, all the other incense sticks are the same basis, it's just a different combination of herb and ashes, which if you go into the fire making guide, it will tell you which one you kind of need as well. So lanternine is the one which is currently making the most profit, currently making around 16 mil profit per hour with the incense perk, and you only need 67 fire making to do it. So in terms of the fire making level, really low. So when you go to craft U-Logs, you can then click on this option here to then turn them into incense sticks. Now, to make an incense stick, you do need 2 U-Logs, so that is something to notify for later. So I'm going to make 2 sets because we're going to go and sell some things in stages as well. So what you do with the 2 logs, you're going to make the incense sticks. Now, this could be moneymaker number 1. You could simply just turn your U-Logs into incense sticks. Now, I think we bought it for roughly about 650 GP per U-Log. So, for the best part of 1300 coins, you pretty much tripled your money for 3.7k. Not only that as well, you do have a habit of things like this buying because no one really makes them. It's a very much higher price because of things like low volume. So we can also go and check this. and see if they will buy. So as you can see there, that actually sold for just under 4.5k. And if we sell it as well, we can see how in demand the price is, because we're just going to sell one, and you can test for margin. So even the instant sell is over mid. So for this price, yeah, just under 650, 1300 coins, we basically made 3k profit per incense stick. So depending on how the profit is between all the other stages, you might just want to turn logs into incense sticks and make some money with that. So once you've made your wooden incense sticks, or you bought your wooden incense sticks, you can then put ashes on to then turn them into the next stage of the incense sticks. So we're going to need 2 ashes for this as well. So that was good on my part. So if I get some ashes out, we're going to then tip these into the Infernal U incense stick. So this is stage 2 of the process. And there's only 3 stages. The next stage is when we basically put the herb on it. So we can do that as well. I imagine we're going to need 2. No, you only actually need 1 herb for the Infernal incense stick. So as you can see there, that is pretty much the process. So we had the wooden incense sticks, which we made from the logs. Then we tipped it with 2 ashes per incense stick. And then we finished it off with the herb afterwards. So once we go and sell this part, we can go and see where we're going to go in terms of profit. As you can see here, if this could sell for mid, and in fact, actually, I'm going to price check it by buying it so we can check the actual price. This is where, though, the money starts to really increase per hour, because you see the kind of profit from each stage. So that's actually sold for 13.4k. I believe even higher than what I imagine it being, but even as an instant sell, that's sold for 12k. So for us, let's go for 12k price. It's going to be 1,000 coins for both your ashes. If we were to buy, let's say, the incense sticks on the Grand Exchange and we bought it for 4.5k, you're going to then turn 5.5k into 12k. So if you were going to pick one stage so far, turning the U incense sticks into Infernal U incense sticks is a lot more profit there. So then the final stage is for us to then go and do the Lanternheim. So we'll go and buy a Lanternheim incense sticks. And as you see, the price from that compared to the second phase is even higher. So that's just bought for 24k. So if we just instant sell as well to see if there's margin, and then we can just talk through prices. I've sold 2, never mind, we'll work out here. So 22k is what we've actually sold those for. So in this case, let's say we decide, you know what, we're going to actually buy the Infernal U incense sticks for 13.5k on the Grand Exchange, and we're going to spend 6k to then do the herb afterwards. That's going to be 19.5k, and then we're going to turn it into 22.1k for your Infernal sticks. Obviously, you've got a couple hundred GP either side just for a bit of flex. I always try and do it on the instant sell prices just so you guys can make even more profit than what I'm currently pitching. But as you see there, all 3 phases made profit. Weirdly though, the one which seemed to make the most money out of everything was turning the U incense sticks, adding the ashes on, and then turning that into Infernal U incense sticks. Now you're going to need level 67 fire maker for all this process, and again, the ability to use Quick Sense can be used for all of these steps as well. But Infernal isn't the only one. Like I said, there's 3 other really good, mainly traded ones. Again, so Spirit Weed needs 35 fire making. The Qualm Incense Sticks need 54 fire making. And then finally, the Torstol needs level 75. But don't ignore all the other ones. Those 4 are the best selling ones and the ones which are most commonly traded. You can find that some of the niche ones might sell for even more money and might be even better as well. It's just sort of dipping in, testing margins and see what works better as well. All these though could still be flips. You could invest in these and sell them over time. Some of the absolute best flips I've actually had on this game was, I think it was either trading Irrit Incense Sticks or Qualm. I have a feeling it's Qualm because I remember they were selling for like roughly between 16 and 28k. I'd buy for 16k and sell them for 28 while I were going to do skilling on a double XP, and they sold. But the basis of it is as well, all the different variety of herb incense sticks work the same. They require 2 logs to make into 1 incense stick, 2 ashes to then make into an ashes wood incense stick, and then finally 1 herb to finish the process, all of which will have different margins and different prices for each stage. And depending on what demand is and depending on how the volume is on the Grand Exchange, you can use each one of these steps to sell and make profit off. And don't think you have to do it from the start all the way to the end. You could buy something like the Infernal U incense sticks, put the herb on, and then sell the finished product after that. Or you could simply just buy U incense sticks, put the ashes on, and then sell it after that as well. You're still going to get really good fire making XP. I think the Lanternheim one, you're sort of getting about 117k. Obviously not peak fire making XP, but you're going to be making 15 more profit. The XP really is just a nice little bit on the side, just so you're gaining XP while training as well. So the main reason you'd be doing this is to make GP. The fact you're gaining a little bit of XP on the side is just a nice little benefit and a nice little buff just to keep you sort of involved in it as well. But again, I've only talked over one, and that's because I just didn't want to go through all of them and do the different margin stuff because I thought it would just be too long of a video. This is basically how it works with incense sticks. If you have the ability to get quick sense, it really does make incense a very valid and profitable way to make some GP, and something I'd really sort of push for you guys to consider going to chase as well. If you want me to do a video where I can go through the equal points or the farming points and how to sort of farm them a bit quicker and how to get them revolving quicker as well so you can unlock quick sense faster, let me know in the comments. More than happy to do that for you guys. Again, any kind of content you want to know or see, you let me know in the comments and I'll make sure I'll do it. But I'm going to wrap the video up here. This is basically the basics of incense. Decent farming XP, but insane profit. So, hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you have, please make sure to leave me a like, subscribe to the channel. See you guys very soon in the next video.